Welcome to the Rink Report presented by Ohio Credit Union and tonight's game presented by Nationwide, recognizing agency of the game GAD Insurance. Dylan Tyrer with you ahead of the first of two meetings between the Blue Jackets and the Anaheim Ducks this season. And here to get you ready for tonight's action are Bob McElligott and Jody Shelley.
Well, the Blue Jackets tonight coming off a 2-1 loss in Nashville, Jody, 2 nights ago. But it was a game where they didn't get a goal, but it wasn't for a lack of trying. They shot the heck out of the puck in that game, and especially Patrick Laine. He had 12 shots on goal. None of them went in, but if you keep shooting like that, they're going to.
You know what? It's a great thing because Patrick Laine has got to be a weapon out there with that shot. And he really put Lankinen, the goaltender for the Predators, on notice. And I think Lankinen, he did a good job with him. But for Patrick Laine, good to see him get comfortable shooting that puck. Good to see that that's a focus. You know, a couple games ago, not a lot of shots on net. I think a guy like Patrick takes that at heart. And also, when he goes to fake that shot now, there'll be a passing lane open because when you think he's going to shoot the puck, the goalie there was all in on it. So now that back door might be open. So look for the power play tonight. When Laine gets that puck, if he doesn't shoot it, look him to go to Boone on the back door.
Hey, look at the last couple of games for the Blue Jackets and the goals allowed. This total has really come down. Allowed 3 in Detroit, 3 against the Rangers here, allowed just 2 in Nashville. And I think that some of that might have to do with the fact NHL defensemen are coming back into the lineup. Adam Boqvist looks like he is shaking off some of the rust. And also Nick Blankenburg comes back in, and he's added that spark on the back end.
Yeah, there's a little punch there. You know, it's a good point because both guys can skate. Blankenburg makes reads and goes at them 100 miles an hour, which is good because if you're out there with a guy like that, you can read off of him. And that's a key. And you see some hesitancy sometimes in the game where I'm not sure what you're doing, so I'm not sure what I'm doing. And I think with Blankenburg, he's assertive with his reads. And then Boqvist, he's up in the offensive zone. Another threat in that area. And I think that opens things up for Laine and Goodrow.
The Ducks are they struggle defensively. They have really struggled defensively throughout the course of the year. So we were talking about the Blue Jackets offense earlier tonight, but they have just got to – you can't take anything for granted. This is a league where anybody can beat anybody on any given night. You've got to take care of yourself, especially when you're playing on home ice.
Yeah, you sound like a coach. I mean, it's really take care of yourself. I mean, you can't look at the stats. You can't look at the standings. The Blue Jackets understand their process. And for them, they're coming off some positives in the last 2 games in the third period. Tonight, they need to start that way.
I would hope a coach would say that much smoother than I just did. But anyway, at least you got the idea. All right, that's the way we see it. Dylan, back to you.
Well, you heard Bob and Jody talking about it right there. Healthy players in the Blue Jackets D-Corps. That's also happening in the forward group, and head coach Brad Larson says that's bringing the best out of his team.
Yeah, I just think the internal push is always important, and it's not it's never to scare anybody, but you start to reflect in your own game a little bit more, and that accountability or self-assessment goes up a little bit more, and the urgency goes up a little bit more because there's more guys around, there's more guys coming back, there's NHL players that are ready to come back. So, you know, a guy like Boone steps in, he's going to gobble up anywhere from 17 to 20 plus minutes depending on the night. So that means someone else is probably not getting those minutes, right? So it helps in pushing guys.
On the other side of things, Anaheim is playing Game 3 of a 6-game trip, and they're struggling right now. They've lost 5 consecutive games, so obviously they're looking to get back into the win column here tonight against the Blue Jackets. A few players to watch for the Ducks. Everybody knows the name Trevor Zegras. He's one of the most creative players in the NHL, and he finished second in Calder Trophy voting last season for the NHL Rookie of the Year. They've actually got another player in conversation for that award this season. That's Mason McTavish. He was the 3rd overall pick in the 2021 NHL entry draft. He's second among all rookies in league scoring this year. A veteran on this team actually is the leader in goals. That's Adam Henrique with 15 tallies this season. And don't forget about another excellent youngster in Troy Terry. He leads the Ducks with 36 points this season. So that's what the Blue Jackets are up against tonight at Nationwide Arena. That'll do it for the Rink Report presented by Ohio Credit Union. For Bob McElligott and Jody Shelley, I'm Dylan Tyrer saying enjoy the game.